The search has begun for a new ECU chancellor. Greenville might not be a place where you want to get sick, and ECU football gets its first win on the road. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode of TEC-TV. I'm Ashley Bowles, filling in for Jessica Gribben. Our first story takes us to a house on the grid where shots were fired. According to the Greenville Police Department, 20-year-olds Christian Cardenas and ECU student Amber Asbury have been taken into custody and charged in connection to events that happened Tuesday night. Greenville Regional Drug Task Force attempted to execute a search warrant at 2301 East 4th Street when the shots were fired. The Greenville PD urged occupants to leave their residence, and 9 left voluntarily and taken into custody. No one is reported as being injured. According to Greenville PD, marijuana and several weapons were seized during the search. Officers also located shell casings in the home. Charges are pending against a third resident of the home who was not there when the search was executed. We will continue to update you on the situation as more details become available. In other news, Greenville has recently been listed as one of the 10 cities where you don't want to get sick. A report by 24/7 Wall Street ranked Greenville number 8 on the list and gave Greenville's healthcare system a D-. The report also said the area's hospital received the second lowest safety score of any U.S. city hospital system. We'll have more for you on that story at theeastcarolinian.com. Now, our city beat writer for the East Carolinian, Sydney Dobson, has some more information for us about ECU.
Yes, Ashley, I have some updates on ECU's administration. The search has officially begun for a new chancellor. Early this week, the East Carolina University Board of Trustees announced the formation of the Chancellor Search Committee and the Leadership Working Group, 2 groups in charge of finding ECU's new chancellor. 42 people will serve in the committees. The committees will conduct a search for the new chancellor in the following months. The Chancellor Search Committee will be headed by Chairman of the Board of Trustees, Steve Jones. The committee hopes to narrow down the candidates by April or May of next year. Once the committee narrows down their candidates, the new chancellor will be elected by the UNC Board of Governors. Steve Ballard is the longest chancellor to ever serve the university and plans to resign effective July 1st, 2016. And here I have a story I've been following for the last couple of months. Greenville mayor candidates discussed their plans for ECU students. Candidate hopefuls Ernest Reeves and Donna Whitley are running against the current mayor Alan Thomas in this year's election. Thomas and Whitley plan to improve the quality of life for young professionals that will want students to stay after graduation. Meanwhile, Reeves aims to improve students' knowledge of Pell Grants and scholarships that are available to apply for. The election will take place in November. In other news, Greenville launched its Superblock Historic Redevelopment Project to the public. Superblock is a 23,000 square foot space made of 7 businesses located downtown. The businesses include Campus Cookies, the Boundary at West End, Greenville Pitt County Convention and Visitors Bureau, East Carolina University's Office of Registrar, Centennial Risk Advisors, Hill, Cheston and Woody, and Campus Corner. Andrew Schmidt, Director of Greenville Pitt County Convention and Visitors Bureau, says the Superblock opening was to show the public that many renovations have been made to downtown.
And we'll keep an eye out for those renovations. Now, Kai, how are the Pirates looking for the weekend?
Actually, the Pirates had a great weekend this weekend. You know what? We covered it all because we are really the plug for everything ECU athletics. And today we have a great sports segment that includes a volleyball season report, and also our football correspondent Adam Decker will stop by to give you a play-by-play of the Pirates' first road win of the season. But we started off with a woman's best friend today, the Diamond. Yes, the Diamond Bucks released their 2016 schedule that includes 17 games against teams that made the 2015 NCAA tournament. Now we swim on over to Greensboro. No, we didn't get flooded out by senior Joaquin, but ECU's swim and dive team did drown most of the competition. The Wolfpack pulled out more than a doggy paddle to beat the Pirates, but the Pirates still managed to finish second. The Water Pirates will be back in the water as the team will travel to Annapolis, Maryland to compete. And now we head to football, as the Lady Pirates had a good weekend pulling out a win behind Kendall Frey's game winner in the final minute. The senior Frey has been on a tear lately with 3 goals in the last 4 games, but the Pirates also suffered an L over the weekend as they lost to number 18 USF. The Lady Pirates will head to Connecticut tomorrow night to face the Yukon Huskies, and then on Sunday they will travel to Philly to get back-to-back wins against Temple, as the Lady Pirates also beat the Owls last season. And now we'll pass it on over to the East Carolinian volleyball beat writer Carson Cherry, who will give us a little spike about the team this year.
Thanks, Kai. Julie Torbett is in her 3rd season at the reins of the Pirates volleyball team. Torba improved the Pirates program in her first season, finishing with a record of 13-9 in 2013, compared to 2-25 the previous season. Torbert looks to push the team to put up its first over 500 season since the 2006 season. The Pirates have won 8 games and lost 7 so far in the season. 6 of the 7 losses have been on the road. Senior libero Erica Figueroa reached a milestone as she recorded her 1,000th career dig at ECU to put her in the top 10 in the program's history. She's been a crucial defensive force for the Pirates over the years, and especially this season. Another boost this season is the return of junior outside hitter Sydney Darden, who made her return to the court over the weekend. Darden had missed most of the season so far with a serious injury. Her return came on the road against the Southern Methodist Mustangs. The boost of Darden was not enough for the Pirates as they lost to the Mustang after 3 sets on Friday night. After a hard-fought 5 sets, the Pirates also dropped another conference match on Sunday against the Tulsa Golden Hurricanes. The Pirates will play their first conference match against the Tulane Green Wave this Friday at home in Minges Coliseum at 7 p.m. The Pirates will then welcome the Houston Cougars on Sunday afternoon. I'm Carson Cherry with the East Carolinian. That was your season overview with ECU Volleyball. Back to you, Kai.
Thank you, Carson. Men's golf will be competing this weekend in Johnson City, Tennessee. Golf was among the many sports that were canceled this weekend, as the women's team also got canceled last weekend as the trip to Charleston was canceled due to the impact of Hurricane Joaquin. Our thoughts and prayers go out to anyone affected by the storm and floods. Also, women's tennis will compete this weekend in Winston-Salem after being canceled this weekend. For the men's team, they will be competing this weekend in Cary, North Carolina. And now we will toss it over to Adam, who will give us the football run. Adam?
Thank you, Kai. East Carolina kept their momentum going behind the re-energizing play of quarterback James Summers and their 49-23 victory over Southern Methodist University, improving their record to 3-2. The Pirates' defense experienced some first-quarter misfortune as they allowed a Matt Davis 60-yard touchdown pass on a deflected ball by ECU linebacker Zeke Bigger. The Mustangs would then fail their 2-point conversion attempt. The Pirates' offense responded by driving 75 yards, where quarterback Blake Kemp connected with outside receiver Davon Grayson on a 10-yard slant route to give the Pirates a 7-6 lead. Kemp then stared down his receiver and threw an ugly interception on the Pirates' next possession. SMU quickly answered back with some trickery as they ran a toss play to running back Xavier Jones, who threw the ball to Xavier Castile for a 40-yard touchdown. The touchdown was the start of 17 unanswered points for the Mustangs as they intercepted another poorly thrown ball from Kemp before taking the 23-7 lead. It was then that Ruffin McNeil sent in the Virginia Tech savior, quarterback James Summers. Summers completed 9 of his 10 passes for 153 yards and 2 touchdowns, while rushing for another 2 scores and 85 yards in the victory. Summers' entry seemed to rejuvenate the Pirate defense as well, as they didn't allow an SMU score the final 40 minutes of the game, combining for 8 sacks. The entrance of Summers rejuvenated the Pirates' offense as well, as they would score 42 unanswered points to end the game, earning their first American Athletic Conference victory on the season. You can head over to the EastCarolinian.com to see myself and the Techsperts preview the upcoming game at BYU.
Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of TEC-TV. Our shows are posted every Thursday at theeastcarolinian.com. For all updates between shows, visit theeastcarolinian.com and on our social media. We'll see you next week.